Good afternoon. Здравствуйте. Вітаю вас. I'm teacher Sophie, and this is the Natural Russian and Belarusian channel. Here, you can learn Russian and Belarusian in a natural and joyful way by listening, watching, and repeating. In this series of episodes, we will reveal the Russian and Belarusian flora and fauna, learn new words and phrases, and we will sing together. Вы готовы? Почнем! Let's get the matryoshka swinging. Natural Russian and Belarusian. Before we start, let's look through today's vocabulary. Лес, forest. Деревья, trees. Национальный парк, national park. Заповедник will be nature reserve. Заказник, it is game reserve or заказник. One more time, лес, it is forest. Деревья, trees. And национальный парк will be national park. Заповедник, nature reserve. And заказник, game reserve or заказник. On our YouTube channel, you will find short video lessons with quizzes on the topic of forest and countryside. All the links you will find in the description below this episode. Forests of Belarus. Леса Беларуси. The forest, лес, is one of the most significant natural resources of Belarus. In 2023, forests, леса, cover 40.2% of the country's territory. For 60 years, ecologists of Belarus have been able to increase the area of forests by 2 times. Леса are one of the main renewable natural resources in Belarus, which is why the country is among the top 10 forest states in Europe. So, in Russian it will be входит в десятку лучших лесных государств Европы. There's about 1 hectare of forested land per 1 inhabitant. Moreover, the number of forests continues to grow. Все леса Беларуси, all forests in Belarus, are state property of the government, so являются государственной собственностью. However, residents are allowed to do mushroom and berry hunting, as well as spend time in forests. Coniferous, small-leaved and broad-leaved forests are typical for Belarus. The leading place of the forest area is occupied by pine, сосна, birch, береза, spruce, ель, and oak, дуб. National parks and nature reserves of Belarus. Национальные парки и заповедники Беларуси. Some forests in Belarus are protected. They are part of national parks, nature reserves and заказниks, also known as game reserves. In addition to nature, animals are also protected on those territories. So, national parks will be национальные парки, nature reserves will be заповедники, and game reserves or заказниks will be заказники. Now, we will look through all of these kind of parks and I will explain the difference. The main difference, главное отличие, between nature reserves and national parks is the protection regime. A nature reserve is an area completely closed to any human impact and economic activities. Compliance with the rules of human interaction with fauna and flora is strictly controlled here. A national park also has security, but there are places for recreation and entertainment of visitors, as well as for exploring the natural territory. There's also a third type of protected forest. They are called заказники, game reserves, and in Belarusian it will be the same, заказники. Human activities that can harm protected objects are prohibited in заказники. However, activities that do not harm protected plants or animals are allowed. Don't be afraid to get confused among rules and restrictions in Belarus or Russia, because fences surround all protected forests, so it will not be possible to get into the territory of a reserve or a national park by chance. However, the concept of protected area includes fewer restrictions than it may seem. In Belarus, all national parks, все национальные парки, and nature reserves, заповедники, exist thanks to visitors. The entrance is charged, so there are places equipped for recreation. Almost everywhere there are well thought out tourist routes, rental housing, restaurants, sightseeing programs, and museums. Therefore, forest tourism in Belarus is developed at such a level that it is possible to spend time in an interesting and comfortable way. Recreation in natural parks of Belarus. Отдых в национальных парках Беларуси. There are 4 national parks in Belarus. 4 национальных парка в Беларуси. Беловежская пуща, Нарочанский парк, Браславские озера и Припятский парк. All national parks have places for recreation and accommodation. You will be able to take an excursion, walk ecological trails, and tourist routes. In national parks, you will see not only forest plants, but also wild animals. I will reveal more about national parks and animals in the next episode. Now, let's visit Russia. Давайте посетим Россию. Russia has the world's largest forest area with 894 million hectares. Forest, леса, cover 46.6% of Russia's territory and have a significant influence on its climate. Due to the different natural conditions associated with changes in the ratio of heat and moisture, the forest natural zone consists of 3 sub-zones: тайга, mixed forest, смешанные леса, and broad-leaved forests, широколиственные леса. The main tree species in Belarus and Russia are сосна, pine, береза, birch, spruce, ель, and oak, дуб. The main part of the forest in Russia is located in the temperate climate zone, in the regions of the north, Siberia, and the Far East. Taiga is the largest natural zone in Russia, dominated by coniferous forests such as cedar, pine, spruce, and fir. It occupies the northern part of the forest area, which is characterized by relatively warm summers. The degrees can be plus 20, 23 degrees of Celsius, and cold winters, which can reach up to minus 50 degrees of Celsius. Mixed forests, смешанные леса, are transition zone to broadleaf forest located south of the taiga zone. In the mixed forest area, there are coniferous and deciduous plants, various shrubs, and grasses. Their geography is connected with the territories of the Eastern European and Western Siberian plains, the southern Far East as well. Broad-leafed forests, широколиственные леса, are a type of deciduous forest formed by deciduous trees with broad leaf plates. Broad-leafed forests, широколиственные леса, are represented by oaks, дубами, limes, липами, maples, кленами, aspen, осинами, ash, ясенями, birch, березами, and occupy the territories of the Eastern European plain and the Urals. In the south of Siberia, you will find birch and aspen forests, which are called kolki, which means that they are prickly, колючие. Summer in the zone of mixed and broad-leafed forest is warm, about 21 or 24 degrees. Winter is cold, up to minus 25 or minus 30 degrees of Celsius. Milder climate and sufficient rainfall contribute to the full development of not only hardwood, but also other vegetation. In Russia, you will find 107 state nature reserves, 68 national parks, and 63 federal reserves. For example, Kurumkan Forest in the upper reaches of the Barguzin River, Altai Nature Reserve, Elk Island on the territory of Moscow, Samur Forest in the Dagestan Nature Reserve, Lapland Nature Reserve in the Murmansk region, and others. We will discover much more about these fascinating places in the next episode. Stay tuned! Great! Now it's time to recap our vocabulary by learning easy poem. Вы готовы? Почнем! I will read poem in Russian, then translate it in English, and then we will repeat and learn it together. Итак, дуб, береза, ель, сосна. Вот Россия, в лесах она. Дуб, береза, ель, сосна. Вот Беларусь, лесная она. Дуб, береза, ель, сосна. It is oak, birch, spruce and pine. The Russia is full of forests. Oak, birch, spruce and pine. Here's Belarus. It is forested. So, дуб, береза, ель, сосна. Вот Россия, в лесах она. Oak, birch, spruce, pine. The Russia is full of forests. Вот Россия will be here's Russia. В лесах она, it is in the forests. Дуб, береза, ель, сосна. Oak, birch, spruce, pine. Вот Беларусь. Here's Belarus. Лесная она. It is forested. Now, let's try to sing it together. We will add some melody. Дуб, береза, ель, сосна. Вот Россия, в лесах она. Дуб, береза, ель, сосна. Вот Беларусь, лесная она. Дуб, береза, ель, сосна, вот Россия в лесах она. Дуб, береза, ель, сосна, вот Беларусь лесная она. Замечательно! Давайте споем еще раз. Let's sing one more time. Дуб, береза, ель, сосна, вот Россия в лесах она. Дуб, береза, ель, сосна, вот Беларусь лесная она. If you want to learn the whole Russian grammar and practice speaking, then join our Natural Russian studying course. There, you will get a concrete short video lessons with quizzes and simple but very effective tasks. All you need is just to watch, listen and repeat. The link to the course is in the description below. If you need some extra information, write me in our Facebook group Natural Russian and Belarusian. Цудовно! Perfect! Good job! Отлично! What information was the most catching for you? How we say forest in Russian? Do you remember? What national park or reserve are you planning to visit first? Join our Facebook group channel and share your impressions. You can check your episode comprehension by free quizzes in Telegram. All the links are in the description to this episode. First 10 people who will complete a quiz to this episode will get a 50% discount on our Natural Russian studying course. Be quick! Great! See you soon! До новых встреч! До зустрічі! Goodbye!